Hey everybody! Well, K-State has defeated Iowa State by the score of 20-19. With this victory, K-State improves to 7-5 with a 5-4 conference record. So that's good. Well, guys, that was an exciting finish, wasn't it? Uh, I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting this game to go down like that, but I'll take it. Uh, uh, K State got really lucky at the end of the game. Really lucky, in my opinion. I really thought Iowa State would have won this game. I really thought they would. So K State got really lucky and got some good breaks at the end of the game to win. So uh, we got really lucky in this game. Uh, uh, so uh, tough luck for Iowa State. Uh, so uh, so the offense. The offense wasn't very good in this game. The offense only had three good drives. Three, and two of them were in the fourth quarter, and one in the second. That's how horrible our offense was in this game. We, uh, we, uh, we K-State only had 264 total yards in this game, 155 passing and 109 rushing. And I think a good chunk of that, a good chunk of those yards came in the last two drives of the game when we were trying to play catch up. Most of the yards were from trying to catch up. So our offense was horrible. Our offensive coaching needs to go. Seriously. No matter how good the play calling was in the last two drives, the offensive coaches need to go at the end of the season. They're not before the bowl game. Seriously. The offensive coaching needs to go. And some of it was execution, but most of it was coaching. So the offense, at least the offense didn't turn the ball over. That's a good thing. So the offense gets a D plus. The defense, the defense was a, a little bit better. They weren't great. Uh, they gave up. They need to improve on tackling a little bit and covering the pass. But overall, the defense was good. Gave up 379 total yards, uh, 264 pass, passing yards, and 115 rushing yards. So the defense wasn't extremely horrible, but they weren't they were they weren't great either. So they were pretty average. Needs to improve on their tackling and pass covering. uh, so overall, the coaching is still on the hot seat for me, but not as hot as the offensive coaches are. Uh, and we got 2 sacks and 2 tackles for fumble, 2 tackles for losses, excuse me. And we didn't get no turnovers either on defense. Uh, so both teams didn't turn the ball over, so that's okay. So overall, the defense played really well, but not great or horrible. So I would give the defense a C plus. The special teams are all right. We had 4 kick returns for 84 yards, 1 punt return for 43 yards, and 2 for 2 on extra points, and punted 4 times. And the one thing that amazed me in this game occurred on special teams. Our coach, when one of our punt returns got called back for a holding penalty, or some kind of penalty like that. Our coaches showed emotion. Where was this emotion that Sean Snyder showed all season? That's the first time I've seen any coach on the sideline show emotion during a game. Where was this emotion of getting frustrated for calls or bad play during the season from the coaches? Huh? That was the first time a coach I noticed on TV showed emotion on the sideline of a bad call or bad play. Even though he got penalized for it, he still showed emotion. He showed that he was frustrated. I haven't seen that all year from the coaches. While we were doing good or horrible. That was the first time I seen a coach, any coach, show emotion. So where was that? On the last game of the year, the last regular season game of the year, I finally see emotion from the coaches. Any big emotion, I should say. So where was that? That was my coach. Syria. That's a good question. That's one of the questions I had. So, uh, so the special teams coaches get a thumbs up with that for showing some emotion on that. So overall, the special teams were all right. So I'm giving the special teams an A. Okay, the overall coaching. The coaching was a mixed bag, but mostly horrible, or kind of below average, I should say. The coaching needs to be improved. Uh, so yeah, they need to overall the coaching needs to be improved. The play calling still needs to be worked on. Some of the play calling was not very good. So overall, then I'm just repeating myself now. So overall, the coaching needs to be improved. They get Sean Schneider gets a few points for showing some emotion on the sideline. With me, he gets him a bonus point. So overall, in this game, the coaching gets a C minus. So overall, I'm giving the team a C plus in this game. Uh, uh, the offense was all right, not good, but not horrible. The defense was slightly above average, but not great or horrible. The special teams was all right. So overall, a C plus. Uh, I'm glad we got a victory over Iowa State. I thought, like I said, I thought we would lose this game because how poorly we're playing on offense. Uh, Overall, Iowa State played very well. And the penalties. The penalties kind of played a part in this game for both sides. So K-State had 4 penalties for 45 yards, while Iowa State had 9 for 85 yards. So I will say the penalties, uh, the penalties being called and not called kind of play a factor in this game. So I'll admit to that. So overall, this game was an exciting game. Both teams played their hardest out there, and K-State squeaked it out. So, and I'm happy for that. Uh, so that's it for me. Uh, the final score for this game is K-State 20, Iowa State 19. So that's it for me. So go State and Ema.